Hey besties, welcome or welcome back. In today's video, we're gonna have a little cozy fall day. So I've got my coffee, I got my oversized sweater, we have our fall candle going, and we're gonna work on our September spread for my book journal. We're gonna read a little bit of my current read today. My cat is currently sleeping, he's already ready for today's video. As always, please leave your comments, opinions, or questions down below, and let's get started. So far, I love how our author is balancing the light and the dark in this book, and by that I mean, yes, it's dark because it's a murder mystery. There is some darker subject matters. We are talking about death and some other really sad things, but the author is also balancing that out with having such witty characters and funny interactions and things that will make you laugh and smile, and I think that's such an important thing to have in a book like this, because otherwise it can just feel super dark and hard to read. The fact that she's able to balance that out in a book like this and keep you intrigued because of the darkness and the mystery behind it, but also keep you attached emotionally to the characters just because of who they are as people, is very impressive and makes me want to read more by her. So I'm going to continue reading, and depending on my final rating of this book, I may be looking into more books by Susan Benner. Okay, it is time for an update. I am currently on page 111, chapter 11, and currently our main character Freddie and our main character Theo, who are enemies to lovers, working their way to lovers, they are currently looking into these murders that are happening around their town, and all of these murders seem to be tied into a poem, and that poem is called The Executioner's 3. This poem is essentially about 3 different evil spirits, it seems like they are, who come back and just start murdering people for seemingly no reason. But we later learn that the reason is somehow tied into this curse that was put on a man who lived in this town many years prior. So I'm interested to see how Freddie and Theo navigate their feelings, especially because their schools are rivals, so they're not really supposed to like each other, but they do. So we will see how they navigate their feelings, if they even end up together, and how they keep each other and their friends safe against all odds, because it seems like nobody is safe right now, especially against something supernatural and not human. I will be back when I have another update for you, but this book is basically on the way to being a 5-star right now. It is so good. Later that week, I visited a local coffee shop with my dad, and we realized that there was a fall festival happening in our town, so we were able to meet these really cute horses, go on a little carriage ride, and support some local shops and vendors. Hi friends, I am here to give you my final thoughts on The Executioner's 3. It's been a couple days since I filmed the last clips, and I also dyed my hair, so if it looks different, that's why. But I am here for our final review. My final rating of this book was a 4 out of 5 stars, which is really good, and I do highly recommend it if you are somebody who likes mysteries, thrillers, or dark academia. I thought that it fits into all of those categories really well, and I love how she wrote our characters and kind of wrote their interactions, because it made it super funny, intriguing, witty, endearing. It was very, very cute seeing, how they interacted amongst all the chaos of the rest of the storyline. Something that kind of bothered me at some points though was how complicated the storyline got. it felt like there was so much explanation about how we got here and kind of what caused these events to happen, but not all of it made sense, and I don't know that it all tied in super well at some points, but she did do a great job of keeping a really good plot twist at the end. I didn't see it coming when she explained kind of who was causing all of these weird instances to happen, and she did keep you on your toes with that, but there was just kind of little details here and there that I feel like maybe we could have done without. So definitely a 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it. I would read it again, and I don't regret reading it at all, and I do highly recommend it if you know that you like books in this category. The writing is a little bit leaning more towards the young adult, so if you're on the younger side, like teens, early adults, I think you would like this. However, if you're an older adult, it may be a little juvenile for you. But overall, still a good book. I still enjoyed it, and I would love to look into more of her books. For the book that I'm reading currently, this is Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice by Katie Sucatelli-Cuke. This book is set in Briar Glen, which is a small town in New England, and Lucy is our main character. Lucy owns a coffee shop with her mom called Cup of Joe, and they're known to be kind of the local go-to coffee spot. Until Jack and his parents roll into town and they open up a coffee shop right across the street from Lucy, and their coffee shop is called Java Junction. Java Junction is more of a corporate spot, so there's multiple locations across the country, and Lucy becomes nervous that all of her customers are going to start going there, and it's going to have a really bad effect on her and her mom's business. So she has a really hard time warming up to Jack because of this, even though he doesn't really understand why she's so nervous, and he just wants to be friends with her. So there's definitely a grumpy sunshine trope in this book. Seems like it might be enemies to lovers, and definitely not as high stakes or not really a murder mystery like The Executioners 3, but so far some similarities in the way that definitely YA writing, sometimes a little bit juvenile, so if you don't like YA writing or you prefer writing that's more sophisticated, this may not be up your alley. Personally, I am enjoying it so far. I don't think it'll be a 5-star book by any means, but it is good. It's perfect fall vibes. The cover's cute. It looks great on your bookshelf. The storyline is cute. It's easy to read. So I will be back for a full review when I am done with this, but I am enjoying it so far. I like the story, and we'll see what happens between Lucy and Jack. Okay, so I just finished the journaling portion of this video, as you just saw, and I just wanted to chat about the pages that I made. So I did a 2025 book tracker, so this is just like a nice visual way for me to keep track of the books that I've read and just have it all on one page. And then for September, I did a cute little like kind of leaves themed page, and then I included my goals for September, both for YouTube and just for reading in general, and then my TBR, and then my current read also. So I think this will be a cute little way just to look back on each month kind of see where I was then and compare it to where I am currently. That is all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. As always, please leave your comments down below. I hope you have a wonderful day and you do some good reading, and I'll see you next time.